Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Apple Bottom. So the ingredients you need is some apple cider, some champagne, and a little bit of brandy. So you're going to rim the glass with sugar and cinnamon, pour the brandy, the apple cider, then the champagne into each glass, garnish as desired, and enjoy. That is an Apple Bottom. It's quick, strong, and to the point.
I might be able to try that one.
That's a good
I think
fall
with the
drink.
champagne and the brandy, it'll mask the pea taste of the apple cider.
Pea?
That's what apple juice, apple cider, it reminds me of. It's probably more of a visual thing. Like somebody's not drinking water. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't like the apple spice drink. Not apple spice. I don't know what it is. Whatever the fall apple drink is from Starbucks, we don't like it. Take it off.
I didn't even know they had a fall apple drink. What's it called?
I don't know. Apple crisp.
Girl,
macchiato.
I love apple stuff so much. My brother used to say that my breath smelled like just permanently like applesauce or apple juice when I was a kid because I was just always eating on apple juice and applesauce and apple munchies and apple.
Is that why you want to name one of your babies Apple?
I still do, yes. I love that name, Apple.
It made you smile like the baby is on the way. Is the baby on the way?
No, girl, it's just a little sandwich.
Oh my gosh. Okay, welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
So what else has been going on with you?
Kiki,
What?
I was having sex the other night.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. And out of nowhere, and I don't know if this was from like something, him hitting something inside of me, I just started coughing. It was one of those coughs where like, it wasn't a cough like I was sick. It was like a cough like something
Like
was
you
in my
choked.
You know when you're just sitting down doing nothing and you just be like, oh shit, and you're in a quiet place and you can't cough how you need to scratch your throat. It was like there was an itch going on in my throat, but it was weird because it would only happen when he would like thrust. Girl, and I was trying to hold it, and you know when you're trying to hold in your coughs and you're like, it's just not the time or the place.
It feels like death.
It
Because I
feels
also
like-
get scared I'm going to throw up.
Then that happened, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
You threw up?
I thought I was going to.
Oh.
I was like, "Stop!" I was like, "You got to stop." He was like, "What's going on?" I was
I'm
like,
dying.
"Yeah." I was like, "I'm coughing," and normally I have water by the bed, but we came in like it was a Zane book, ripping clothes off and getting.
Ooh, that's a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta go get water." He was like, "No, like I like that I'm making you cough," and I was like, "Nigga, stop!"
You're trying to kill me. Now
Like-
that's who you need to be scared of.
I
can't
can't breathe. Yeah, I was like, I can't breathe, and it's just simply this is not gonna work. I need some to guzzle down water. I was drinking water like a Hebrew slave. Like it was ridiculous. That has just never happened to me in that moment, and I was like, is this from sex?
Maybe that ain't never happened to me.
And then I was like,
We need to Google that too.
right, is this what
We need to do a medical episode. These are the medicines that are gonna fuck you up. These are positions, pressure points, different things, temperatures that we need to stay out of. Those are danger zones.
It just made me feel like
What spot was he hitting? What position were y'all in?
we were in this position where like I was on my side and he was on his side but on his stomach. So like it's like so act like this is me and the ring is my head and then this is him. This is his body, his lower body, legs. So like I'm like this and he was like this. Have you
So
ever
made
done
an
that position?
X.
We made like a slanted X, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like in a push-up position. It felt really good. I was like, "Are you an acrobat?" I love when niggas just be doing weird shit because it was a very weird position, but it made me cough and it made me feel like I had the heebie-jeebies. I was just coughing while I was getting fucked, and I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta
was
get it."
smiling and planning the wedding when I was in that position, honey.
It feels so good. It's like a whole. There's so many different.
Because it goes in good.
Yeah, and it's in a different spot. It's not in the normal one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was really coughing in the middle of sex. But also, like, there are some good. Netflix has some good shows out. You came out with season 3. Are you a You fan?
I liked the first season. I never finished the second one. I let it go.
Really?
Yeah, so I think maybe I'll try again. But I just had so many shows that I was watching at the time, and then I forgot about it.
It was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's enough TV.
Well, season 3 is really good, and it starts off with a bang. Like, they dive right in. Also, The Maid.
Okay, Maid, I watched.
I watched it. Did you
That
have to
was
take
good.
moments to cry? I had to keep stopping to cry.
Well, I kept falling asleep, so I had to break it up over days because I would watch it like in bed, so then I would forget what happened, so I have to go back. But it was a lot. Like
it was a lot, but to me, like I just think it represented like how people really love their kids and their parents. How much you will love your parent,
just your family,
and you.
Because even the boyfriend.
If there were moments when Alex started getting on my nerves, and I was like, if you don't stop giving everybody the benefit of the doubt,
they were stressing me out.
It was a good show. So those two shows I've been watching. I haven't finished them, but I really liked. I love Netflix. I don't think I'll ever. They need to stop going up on the price because I do remember Remember when Netflix first came out? It was like $6.99. Now we're what? We're at $17.99.
I remember when they would send the DVDs to your house before it was streaming, and it was like $2.99 a month.
Like,
and I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
I am like, y'all need to stop being greedy. You're thriving. You're doing good. Cut it out.
Okay, we all watching this shit. It's because the people sharing these passwords.
That's what they're like. You want to share it with 5 people? Well, you're going to be paying for each one.
Some more because I saw something. I was like $15.99. I don't even think my TV can handle what you're trying to do.
Right.
It said something about some ultra high. My eyes aren't even that good.
Yeah, they need.
Like I'm not gonna see it, and people be looking ugly when you get 2 HD. Like 1080p me, please, because that's too much. Bitches got wrinkles. I'm seeing where they miss a spot on the boat. It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
It's not. So stop. And Tidal also, they need to stop going up on them prices. Like y'all need to stop for real. Like.
Yeah, anyway.
Are you traveling for the holidays?
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so for Christmas, definitely. But for Thanksgiving, I'm really undecided. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't made it that far. I made it to the weekend before.
I think that for Thanksgiving, but my brother's running a marathon on Thanksgiving Day, and so I want to be here to support that. But I'm trying to, like, him and his girl, they don't really, eat, and they don't really do they're not into the Thanksgiving thing. They feel really bad for the holiday and like the things and what it stands for, but I still like the food, so it's like I get it. Like
I skipped the original meeting, and it's just more about this is a time when the family can get together, the kids are out of school,
right? And so I think I'm gonna be between here and Oklahoma City because my sister's scared to travel with her baby with Disney, so many people in the airport.
Yeah, because it's gonna be busy.
It's going to be busy. So I think I'm going to go to Oklahoma and then come back here on Thanksgiving Day. So I'll be traveling for Thanksgiving. And then for Christmas, we're going back to Oklahoma City, and my sister's ordering like reindeers to come to the house for the kids.
Actual ones?
Actual reindeers and Santa. And there's this little company that does it, and Santa rides up with the reindeer. And he's like, kids! And like the kids are going to, Zane's going to be the only one that can understand. The babies are going to be like, what is this?
What is this? Look at the lights.
But that'll be exciting for Zane to see, and I'm like a kid with him, so we'll be the kids playing with that. I probably won't have no nigga with me again.
I'm pretty sure I won't, but that's all right. It'll be fine this year, but this is the last year.
This is the last year.
Because I told y'all, we got a deadline, December 31st, period.
So, this is really the last year for this bullshit. This is bullshit.
Now, my sister does a Thanksgiving thing every year. Not Thanksgiving, Christmas. She decided that's her holiday. I had Thanksgiving, but I gave it up because after the family cut up, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do my own thing because it's literally my favorite holiday out of all of them. Like, not my birthday, none of that. It's all about the food.
All about the food.
So, anyway, she's doing a Christmas Eve party. That's the day she's chosen. She has organized our holiday photos. Stay tuned for those. They will be posted on the gram. And the people we know will get, a hard copy in the mail so you can hang up My Beautiful Family in your home on your refrigerator. But we're dressing up. We have formal gowns. Everybody's getting their stuff in. I have mine, and I can't wait to post it.
I love it. It's like Kardashian style.
Yeah, and then she's having an actual party on Christmas Eve, so that one is like open invite to friends and family. Just pass through. I don't know the theme this year. If you guys have some ideas, send them to me. I'll share them with her. I just kind of like help her.
Yeah.
But it's her thing. So she's trying to build traditions for her kids, which I think is great. And I'm really excited about it. I don't know how we're going to do it this year, but I just can't wait. Last year, it was a midnight brunch.
Oh, that's
cute. We wore pajamas, like onesies. Everybody had on onesies. And everybody was lit. It was a good time. It was a good time.
I love tradition.
Me too.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, because this ain't about traditions.
I was just going to say I love tradition, especially the tradition of the man paying for everything.
Amen. I also love memories. And so one thing that I was talking to with my friends over the weekend while I was in Dallas was being intentional about your friendships and the relationships you have. Like, people will preach all day about how you need to be intentional about your dating and you need to speak up about what you want from somebody, what you're willing to give, and all of that. But how often do you really check in with your friends and be like, well, what kind of friend do you actually need or want? Like, are you the friend that needs to talk on the phone all day? Are you the friend who wants lots of gifts? Do you just want me to show up for you? Are you a low maintenance friend? Like, what are you? So we're talking about all of that. And so in that, I was like, well, I need to reach out to some people. So I've been doing this thing where every time I have a photo memory pop up, if it's me and somebody else, especially if it's somebody I haven't talked to in a while, I send it to them and then I call them and just see if they remember. And just do that, because sometimes, life gets the best of you and you don't do a good job about that. And everybody who's not like in your immediate circle, you're just not, it's not that you don't care about them, but you only have but so much time. Yeah. You grow apart, things happen, but you can still reach out. So then in doing all of that, somebody was talking to me about old music in high school. And then I had to call my sister about something, and she was telling me she was going to the Millennium Tour this weekend and a couple of other people. And I was like, this is going to be a nostalgic good time. I'm coming.
That's going to be
so I'm about to go.
Fun.
And I'm going with my sister and her friends, who I don't even know those girls, but I'm excited. It's going to be a good time.
I wonder how much money they make off of the Millennium Tour. Like, is it a
lot?
I don't know. Because those are all artists that really didn't go on and do anything else.
Yeah. My ticket was like $100 and some, and I'm not in the front. So, but
is Ashanti, Bow Wow?
Oh yeah, Bow Wow. I forgot about him. Omarion.
Okay.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky is the highlight.
That's who I want to see. I remember having sex to Pretty Ricky back in the day. Trying to be grown.
I think I'm going to add Pretty Ricky on my current playlist, because they have some good ones.
They do. I'm going to listen to it on the way to my next stop after we leave here.
I am too.
Blue shoes on my right. I love that song. And you see in my eyes that I'm looking for a cutie pie. And we ain't gotta make love. We can just cuddle up. And if you want to beat it up, then damn it, I'll beat it up.
My body, your body.
We all gonna be dancing. I'm gonna have on one of those velour suits that I bought.
And you better have some Fat Farms on.
Where am I gonna get that from?
I don't know. I don't.
We're gonna have to go to Goodwill or something, because I do need to have the fit together. And I was like, I really wish I had some jellies.
Oh, you might need to put some twisties in your hair and put the butterflies in the back.
Baby, these are tapes.
Oh, okay. We going a little ham.
Yeah.
All right, but a little velour outfit.
Something. I'm gonna try and do something. Maybe I can do a half up, half down with the little balls.
Oh,
that's something childish.
That's gonna be so much fucking fun.
I'm excited about it. So that's gonna be a good time. And then what else am I doing? I decided I'm gonna go see my daddy. I'm gonna go check on him.
That's good.
And what else am I doing while I'm out there? Oh, I have a photo shoot while I'm there. I forgot about that. I gotta pick out my outfit. Yeah, and then I'll tell you, if any fun things happen, which I hope, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. The season, y'all know the season is coming up. It is the season to be jolly, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Sometimes traveling can be stressful. Holiday traveling, sometimes
dealing with your goddamn family.
Sometimes dealing with your goddamn family, it can be stressful, or it can be sad if you don't have family to visit, or if you don't have no man that you wanted to bring to Christmas dinner.
And your nieces are still asking you, is this finally your boyfriend? No, bitch, this is my friend's husband. Say hello.
Yeah, like this is just, So this is just my friend. They're like, you still don't got no man? You still don't have no man.
You still driving a little car because you don't have a family at all? You don't have children?
But it's okay. It's okay, because we're good aunties.
You got to talk to Talkspace.
Ease some of the burdens of the holidays with Talkspace, your online therapy. It's great. Like, you can have your therapist in your pocket in between your flights when you're connecting, if you don't have a straight direct flight.
Which can also be stressful.
Which can also be another stress. You can call your online therapist, text them, email them whenever you need them, because they're available 24/7.
Yes, you can match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com, and you'll get $100 off your first month with the promo code Talkspace. So that's Talkspace.com/CockTales. Use the promo code CockTales, and you will get $100 off.
Yep.
All right, and on that note, we're going to move on to weird sex. So
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
You know, lots of us last year, if you were able to keep your job, you were working from home. Most people. This young lady, you know, she was trying to do the same thing. She was trying to work from home, and it didn't quite work out because she's a sex worker, and her clients were really enjoying themselves, and they were so fucking loud. So this woman, she took her sex work home. Now, I guess the hotels and motels and things were closing, and definitely don't want to be in an alleyway. Probably couldn't go to his house, but okay. So she took her professional sex work home during the pandemic. She lives in the UK.
That's dangerous.
It is. Like, most people don't do in-calls, you know, not at your home, but work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Mm-hmm. So she took them home, and she was living in public housing. She got complaints from her neighbors over her very loud operation. So Nicola is her name, is said to have hosted up to 10 clients at a time in her Manchester home, according to arguments heard by the magistrate court. They also would have their cars lined up, like, you know, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, and they're just waiting. So they're all blocking the streets. The neighbors are mad because they're like, where the fuck are we going to park? Like, bloody hell, what's going on? Why are we doing this? And so they complain. She got kicked out of her home.
I would be mad too.
They had new restrictions put in place after that. They already had, like, restrictions on people who were working from home for different various reasons. But yeah, she got in trouble, and her neighbors are pissed at her. And she's like, sis, I'm just trying to get this money.
But you need to encourage your clients to Uber. I'm so sorry. Like, you can't be blocking up the neighborhood and don't nobody have nowhere to park. That infuriates me when I even get home and people have let your homeboy in. You know they're not supposed to park on this side. Now I actually live here and pay the high rent, and I don't have nowhere to park. I gotta put it in park, put the hazards on, go inside, try to figure out what we doing. It's getting cold outside. Get your clients. There's Uber for a reason.
Yeah, so anyway, just thought I'd let you guys know to be considerate of your neighbors, whether you're bringing clients home, your man, if you're so blessed to have one, or your lady, whoever. Just be conscious of the neighbors. The bitch that lives upstairs from me, she gets on my goddamn nerves because she sings songs all day. Now, some of the songs I like, and she has a lovely voice, but it's so fucking loud.
You can hear her from upstairs?
Yes, I can hear her. And I'm like, what are you doing? Putting your mouth over a vent? I don't understand why I can hear you.
Are you one of those people where you'll complain about noise?
No, I haven't complained, but like I have knocked like, hey, it's really loud. Like, I don't want to get you put out. But she pissed me off because let me tell you another thing that happened. I'm in my bathroom getting ready to go hang out with my friends. I'm hearing water. I'm like, what is this noise? It starts flooding because her ass was upstairs and had the bathtub running. It started coming through light fixtures. I don't know how they got the plumbing and shit set up in there.
Oh my goodness.
But it's just pouring down. So I call the emergency maintenance line because I'm like, this apartment is about to flood. Like, what the fuck? Is this Noah's Ark? So I go in the hallway. It's coming out in the hallway. In the little laundry area, it's coming out. And I was like, oh, hell no. And then I was like, all my equipment. Y'all know I got like 11 computers, all these cameras. So I'm like, what do I do with my stuff? I'm still about to go out. Thank God for renter's insurance. But I'm like, okay, well, let me cover some things. Let me move some things like out of the way to where.
Did you go knock on her door?
Yes. And she never answered, but she was just like, yeah. And I was like, your apartment, something is flooding above the master bedroom into my bathroom. And so she was like, okay.
She didn't open the door. She was talking through the door.
No, she's screaming through the door with her bitch ass. And then emergency maintenance never came. So, you know, I'm typing emails while I'm out.
Because y'all going to have to come up off something on this rent.
And so then the maintenance guy, he comes the next day. Now, he's really nice, but he don't work 24 hours a day. He don't live there. He's just the maintenance man.
And the maintenance be mad when they have to come in the middle of the night.
He didn't come in the middle of the night. This is the next day. And so I'm pissed because somebody should have come in the middle of the night. This is an emergency.
This is an emergency.
Like, it's coming through the lights. That's a problem. So anyway, when he comes, he was like, yeah, I went up there and I talked to her, like, what's her attitude about? Did you try and go up there? I said, yeah, she got an attitude with you too. He was like, yeah. And I was like, man, fuck her. So I don't know what she looks like because she never comes through the door, but I really want to keep her shit. I mean, I'm not because I don't do that, but
That is really...
it's just rude. Like, if I did something like that, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Is your stuff okay? Like, do you need help with something? Like, I don't know. You just act like you care. But obviously, she don't give a fuck.
She said, fuck y'all. And your light fixtures.
And she's loud as fuck during sex. That's what I was really thinking about.
That was a great... So I've added that in here, the loud sex, and have your neighbors or roommates ever had to tell you to keep it down? Because I wonder, like the music thing, if someone's loud and obnoxious with just like their music or their voice, singing, whatever, TV, like you feel comfortable going to be like, hey, do you think you can like... I don't ever really get bothered by noise, but like some people do. Mm-hmm. And it made me wonder, like, I was fucking... And in my room, the way the apartments are set up, I don't know what room my neighbor is compared to my bedroom, but I know that it's something.
Somebody live there.
Yeah, like I know them. We always see each other in the morning walking our dogs, and the lady and her boyfriend, they're so nice. And he just starts like, my bed is just like shaking.
Rocking.
To the point where I can't, if I feel like I could possibly be bothering someone, I was like, you don't think we're being loud? I was like, you don't think the neighbor can? He's like, no, yes, they can.
Through
like
a wall. Maybe not downstairs.
Not downstairs.
But the wall
yeah,
next to me.
The wall next to me, they can definitely feel like the board under what the mattress sits on is smacking. I'm talking about the neighbors know my name smacking. And I was just like, is that something where like, has anyone ever told you, hey, do you think you can keep it down with your sex? I don't even think anyone would say it because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to be like, you were being really loud while you were getting fucked.
I did it to that bitch upstairs.
While she was getting fucked.
But I had to talk to her through the door because she never answers. And then one time I left a note.
Wow. I wonder if she
That's
has
what I did the first time.
That disorder. I forget what it's called where you're scared to go outside.
I don't know. But what I
like
do know is it's like, girl, this is apartment living and I get it. So I don't want to complain about all the noise. And I'm glad you're getting your back blown out. I really am. I'm happy for you. But like, I'm not. So at 3 or 4 a.m., can you maybe like scoot your bed back a little bit so it's not knocking? Or can you stop fucking bowling through your living room? Because it's loud.
I feel like my neighbors think that when I do, it's not all the time, but like, I feel like now when she looks at me, when we see our dogs, I feel like now she looks at me like, did you wash your hands? Did you wash your asshole? Like,
luckily nobody's by my bedroom because it's at the end. And there's space in between the other apartment. Nobody's below me. Somebody's above me. I hope she does hear me when I'm fucking. I really want to bang something on
you
this
should.
ceiling. But I don't be worried about that if I'm actually having sex. I need to enjoy this moment. But
you should bake her something, like make her something and go up there and be like, hey, Stephanie.
And poison it, put laxatives in it?
Okay, no.
Oh.
Not that.
I thought that's where we're going.
Maybe then she'll see you holding something for her and be like, hey, it's the holidays. I just have something for you. And then when she opens the door, be like, listen up, bitch. You better stop being so fucking loud. Merry Christmas.
That would be a good piece for a vlog.
Yeah, and then give her the food. Be like, enjoy this. This is a souffle, whatever it is.
Yeah, this is a sweet potato pie. You can find the recipe in my cookbook.
I kind of want to ask my neighbors, like, do y'all hear me in my room? Do you hear the thud?
I asked Raven before.
What'd she say?
She was like, I don't ever hear you.
Huh.
I said, for real?
Maybe it's not as loud as I think, but I just don't see how it couldn't be. It's smacking the wall.
Maybe like when you're in deep, deep sleep, you don't hear stuff like that.
Okay.
So maybe it's the time. I don't know, but I mean, oh well. Until they file a complaint with me, I'm just gonna keep doing me. They say they don't hear it. It's fine.
All right, then. Do your thing, then, shawty.
Okay, so yeah, that was a long weird sex. But moving on to our other topics for today. I do like loud sex. I don't like when it's silent.
I don't like when it's silent either. Like, and I want to put on a little music and like putting on music. It just helps me get in the zone, like, and turn it up. Not super loud, but like loud.
Yeah, or I just turn on some porn.
I want to start doing that, but sometimes I get nervous because of the kind of porn I like. Like, I'll start shuffling. With Lieutenant Bay, I was so comfortable because he just made me feel so comfortable. So whatever porn I put on, he liked it too. But like, the more that I start dealing with other people, I'm like, oh, are you going to think this is weird?
Probably.
And then I'm sitting there shuffling through all these videos, and then I was just like, okay.
Now, I haven't done it with anybody that I actually like. These were fuck buddies.
Okay.
But I'm trying to do better.
I want want to really have
eliminate them.
a spectacular sex life, like
Samantha.
You think hers was spectacular?
I think she felt like it was,
She
so
did.
she enjoyed it. So you would enjoy it just as much as she did.
I kind of want it to be more like 50 Shades of Grey, where it's maybe with one person, but a lot of Samantha sex, but with Mr. Grey.
Okay.
Something like that. That's what I'm in search of. Like, not that the sex is bad that I'm having, but I just want it to be in different locations.
Like different rooms or different cities. I never watched 50 Shades of Grey.
You never seen 50 Shades of Grey?
I saw like one of the movies, but not the first one.
The first one, to me, is the only good one.
Yeah, I was like, this is what people all hyped up about. Have y'all been to Pornhub.com? What the fuck is this shit? I thought it was gonna be some fucking going on, or maybe some more. Something. It was not. It was
I just
not
know that
giving.
nigga was tricking off, and I was here for that. But yeah, I want a nigga that's gonna trick off, and and we have sex in like. Okay, I'm currently planning a solo trip to Italy, and I'm doing it
When are you
on
going?
purpose. I think I'm gonna do March.
Okay.
And so I met this girl when I was in Costa Rica. She wasn't on the trip. I just met her at a restaurant, and she was like, "You definitely have to like travel by yourself for real, not for like a wellness trip. Like go somewhere by yourself, indulge in the city, and have like a reason why you're doing it." You know, I love love. I was like, I'm gonna go to Italy.
You about to have an Eat, Pray, Love.
Because them niggas Italians love black women. I said, I'm going somewhere where they fuck with the brown. So I am going to go there, fall in love, and I want to fucking bathrooms and like in the back of a pizzeria and like at a coffee shop cafe.
You gonna fall in love in Italy? How
I
long
think
you gonna be
so.
gone?
It don't take long for me, bitch. All I need is 3 days. You got that?
Okay.
You know what movie that's from?
No.
That's from The Little Mermaid. When Ursula's like, you got 3 days to fall in love with Prince Eric, and if you don't, you're going to be a shriveled up mushroom down here in my little dungeon.
That's how I'm feeling about my own damn life, bitch. I got 3 weeks to fall in love. the clock is. I'm not playing about this December 31st. Y'all think I'm joking, but I'm not.
I don't think you're joking. And when
Okay,
I
good.
tell y'all I'm not playing either, I have so much love to give somebody. And that's why I'm not playing with these niggas. And like the one that I'm dealing with right now, it's really weird because like we're dating, and it's like I really do be like, I'm trying to take my time, trying not to dive into something head first anymore. And taking your time though, it makes you think more like,
But
okay,
what
what
you
else
owe
I
for that
gotta do?
shit?
Yeah, like
Tomorrow is not promised.
what
I'm trying
is
to fall in
we
love
d-
today.
Right.
By the time the creme brulee comes out, we need to be making our plans for the future. What kind of house do you want?
Like what?
Are we going to do condo living? Are we going to have a townhouse, a row house, just a traditional home?
wanna
Do you want to
stay
stay
in
in the
Georgia?
city?
Yeah, like-
Are we relocating? Like, what's the plan? Because my lease is up in March. So, TikTok, motherfucker, like, let's figure this out.
Yeah, like it's just, you know.
I'm going to cook the meals. You take out the trash. You know,
With
do
that
those-
being said, if
What?
you do meet a man and he is taking too long, do you just be like, okay, next, but I'm gonna keep you, but next?
Yeah, like, okay, I have to refocus this energy because I gave you as much as I had to give, and you're moving at a snail's pace. And this is not slow and steady wins the race.
And the crazy thing is, niggas love moving all slow when you are acting right. Like, I'm finally, like, doing the things that are just like, let's take the time to get to know each other. Let's not just you fall into my pussy. Let me hear the things that you're saying. Let's talk about, like, the future and the things that really matter. Let's talk about family life and do all the things right. And then when you do that, now it's like you're moving even slower. Now, if I was out here not ready to settle down, then you want to be like, I mean, well, you know, like, when are you gonna? And I just don't understand, like, come on,
Why we can't
timing
be
and
on the same
alignment.
page.
Yeah, like the dude that I am kind of dating right now, not my boyfriend. I'm still single. He was like,
To be clear.
we're talking on the phone one day. He's like, I think we're moving at a really good pace, and I was just
No,
looking
the
at
fuck
him like,
we're not.
what outline are you planning this off of? Because here is the thing about me that will happen. If we move too slow, I'm gonna move on to somebody else, and I'm not gonna communicate with that with you.
Okay.
Like, you're talking.
Next stop, please. I'm hopping off this train.
Yeah, Hogwarts, please.
It's
Yeah.
time to go.
Here we go. Like, I'm not, what is y'all doing? I am old.
Exactly, and that's why
And
he's
so are you.
Yeah, because they be older than us, acting like they all young. Nigga, I see the gray. I see it. It's there. It's prominent. I'm seeing the wrinkles. Time is not on your side. Then you talk about, like, some of these niggas be like, yeah, I want to have, like, 2 or 3 kids.
When?
Nigga, you 40.
You're going to
When
be
are you gonna
85.
get started?
When your son is 12.
Yeah. Do you want to see him graduate? Do you want to be a part of his life, or you just want to drop a kid off and have him at 60?
Yeah, like it's just like sometimes I just be looking at them and blinking with the blank stare. Like I don't know what to tell y'all anymore. Like you're getting on my fucking nerves.
I know what to tell you. Hurry the fuck up because I'm sick of it.
Do you know a man that would be willing to get compensated for his sperm and he doesn't need to be in the child's life?
Yeah, they have sperm banks for that.
Well, I have a friend right now. It's really hard to find black man sperm, and so she was like,
they're gonna be broke.
She doesn't care. She doesn't want him to be in the child's life. She'll pay.
Well, it's just like with the eggs. This is not a black people thing.
It's not a black people thing. So now she was like, Medina, do you think you could say it on the show and just see if somebody would? I was like,
how much she paying?
A couple thousand. She's not going ham because you're not going through the agency, but like she'll compensate you, but you're not going to be in the child's life. So don't try to.
Do they get to do it the natural way? Because I'm gonna start asking.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well,
no. Like they don't.
You need to take your ass out to the clinic and get the.
She has everything else set up, and they said if she found somebody, they'll do the rest.
Do it.
Yeah. Huh. So if you know a man that has good features,
I don't, but I'm gonna keep my eye out.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All the men that I know, they're scared to do it because they're like, well, what if one day, like, since it is a close contact, she comes and needs some money? And I was like, niggas ain't shit.
And that's what you worry about. What about when the kid grows up and is like, who the fuck is my daddy? And I want to meet him. Like, you think about that part? No? Okay. All right. The things that different people think about. But good luck to her. I hope she finds it. Okay. So you feel like it's hard to juggle the men as we're trying to date and, like, reach these goals?
It's starting to get easier and easier. Especially when they start, like I said, moving slow like this. It's like I
don't like this.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like and it's the confusingness to me that makes it easy for me to now start juggling. You're saying like you want to move slow and take things at a pace. The holidays are also coming up, and you're like wanting me to travel with you for holiday stuff. Like, like yeah, like it's like what is going on? So I am starting to realize you need to have a nigga for each situation. And I think we've even said this before.
What do you mean each situation? Like for Thanksgiving and one for Christmas and one for New Year's?
That would be nice, but I don't think I could do that now. I think I would get it. I think I would fuck something up and be like, yeah, remember when my mom, and then he'd be like, this is the first time I'm meeting your mom. And I'd be like, oh my God. Yeah, so...
That's not what I meant.
Yeah. But as far as just like maybe like a nigga in another city, or like you do have this nigga don't want to travel and he complaining about who's paying for what. Okay, cool. You're good at what you do. I do have a travel nigga. So you know what I mean? Like juggling in that sense where each one has a position.
What was the question? Do I have that?
Is it hard for you to do it?
Oh, so it was still my question. I thought you asked something else. My bad. Is it hard? No, I feel like it's getting easier. It used to be very hard for me. I would just lock in on one. That's why I was like, I don't be having nobody because I focus on one, and that is a fuck up.
And I feel like a lot of women do it, and it's doing us a disservice because they're not doing that. Men don't do that. They can take you on a cajillion dates, fuck you a cajillion times. Y'all can be having a great time. You done met their family. There's someone else. Not that they're cheating on you because, again, it's not your boyfriend. We're dating. Niggas be having issues. I don't really like it either, but like I'm just now like, okay, I guess that's what we're doing. I go through phases. Sometimes I'm like, I'm cool with it, and then there's other times where it's like I am just gonna be talking to you, and it's not because I fuck with you that hard. It's just because it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, and I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired of answering these calls. I'm tired of. Sometimes I don't like how some people just look. I don't want to see them FaceTiming me no more. I know I said I love FaceTime, but sometimes if you moving all slow and you're not giving me what I need to have from you as far as like the energy that you're getting, I don't want to see you on my phone. I get annoyed. I start breaking out in hives when you calling me. Then I got to block your ass. And I don't like to block people, but I will.
Yeah.
I will. Block.
Block, nigga. Do you think... I don't really know what you were putting here. It says, do you think being too private with relationships?
Do you think that being too private with relationships is like hard? Like, okay, so you know how sometimes we'll talk before we do the show and we want to share stuff on the show, but then it's like, okay, you have to consider this other person that we're talking about is a real person who is not a part of the show, and they might not want to have their business on here.
It's very hard because you do have to think about that. Because even though it's like, well,
because you like the person,
you still might be dealing with them. So now you go out and you're with the person. Everybody knows that's the person who you was just talking about who dookied on your sheets, and everyone's like, that's the dookie on the sheet, nigga. And it's like, dang, like I just told all your business, and then he's looking like you told him that, and it's like well, it just came up because it's so natural, and it's like now you put all his business out there, and so it is hard because some you've been sharing some cocktails lately, and I have cocktails that I really do want to share, and maybe I'll share them with Patreon, but sometimes it's just hard because you don't want to put somebody else's business out there, but even though it's great content.
I be wanting to talk about it and want to share, and I know that y'all get annoyed with us, but you have to like take a moment and remember we're real people who have deadlines to meet, and it's like, okay, we can't keep fucking this shit up. People's feelings get hurt, and we'll laugh about some things that happen because it is funny, but nobody else ever really hears when the girl is going back and talking to her homegirls. You hear us saying the story, so it's different. It's difficult. And then also on the flip side, if you don't share anything, then they feel like, well, why are you not talking about me? Why are you still talking about these old niggas? Are the old niggas really old niggas? Like, yeah, they older, but I'm using these old stories. I'm trying to stretch it out because I want to talk about you because I care about you, and I don't want to make this. I don't want to be Kim Kardashian. I don't want my whole life to be for show.
I wouldn't mind it. Like if the guy,
if it was Kim money, but like no.
If the guy doesn't mind, cool. But there are still some things that people don't. You say you're cool with it, but you're not cool with it
because you're not gonna want all of it. You're only gonna want your shining moments. You're not gonna want to hear me crack jokes about it,
right?
Or say, well, you did something that was embarrassing, and it's like, don't nobody even know y'all. Except I told you when I was in Houston, Voodoo Dick was introducing himself to somebody.
Stop playing.
Yeah, so I met a listener, and
the audacity. I would be
and
quiet.
So she was like, "Is this your Houston boo?" I said, "No." He said, "Who is this?" And I was like, "Oh, she listens to the show." Like, I don't know her. She listens to the show. I'm just meeting her. Hold on. So he was like, "Oh, and drunk as fuck, I'm Voodoo Dick." Why would you do that?
I would really be.
So I was just sitting there like,
I really don't like that.
He's revealed himself, and
I would be.
And
mad.
then I would be mad because y'all, some of y'all's niggas are out here embarrassing y'all because I would be embarrassed if I was dealing with him and he was out in public acting like that. You know what I mean? Yes.
Oh yeah, that's. And then like so that same listener like goes out and she sees him with maybe his other girl and she's like, wow, like you don't even know.
I just saw you yesterday and you don't even know. I'm replaying that shit. But I was like, well, whatever.
I recently just had a friend who the nigga she's fucking with has a girl and she talks about it openly. And she's pretty popular and they just that if you are. That's just rough. If you could go and like he had a girlfriend, she goes and listens to Cocktails and she can just hear everything and she knows who Voodoo Dick is and she's like, that's my nigga and I'm just listening to everything you're saying on this show.
I mean, good. Sorry to you, sis.
That is like horrible.
Yeah, I would be embarrassed, but yeah, the niggas are out embarrassing the girls.
Do you think we have groupies?
Groupies?
Yeah.
Yeah, because niggas be sending me their dicks a lot. And cash apps. Now, I like the cash apps, but the dicks, you can keep them.
Yeah, I like the cash apps. I don't get a lot of dicks.
If you send me your dick, I'm not going to fuck you. If you just sending it to me on Instagram from your fake ass page, it's like, nah.
I also don't like when I always get the men that are like, oh, you're so different from Atlanta girls. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
They don't tell me that shit.
I like the cash apps too. So stop. Like, what I need to do?
They be like, would you date a regular nigga? Would you date you? Because what do you mean by regular nigga? I know
I
what
think that means there's going to be a lot of debates about who's paying for dinner. You go on a trip, you're paying 50-50, you're splitting the rent. Or
you're not going on the trip, and he's going to discourage you from going with your homegirls.
Yeah, that sounds...
I know what it means, but I just want them to, like, ask themselves, like, I would never ask somebody, like, would you date an Atlanta girl? Like...
That's just weird. And ask yourself this. Would you want your sister to date someone like you?
Right.
How about that?
Or your mama.
What if you were your dad? Like, what if you were your dad? Like, what your mom? Like, just think about it like that.
Yeah. What if I was your child? Would a man like you be a good match for me? Would you be proud to say this is your child? How you be acting? No. Probably not. Are you confused? Move the fuck out of the way.
Move out of the way, sir. You don't want these problems.
Okay, do you ever feel like you might meet a guy, right? We've been working on this a lot. And you meet him, he's cool, and then he invites you to do something with him and his friends, and you be like, God damn, I chose the wrong friend.
It hasn't happened in a minute. Oh, no, it did happen, actually. And we went. First of all, did you know that Bocce opened up a restaurant? I did not know that. It's called Sauce in Buckhead.
No.
Did not know it. I don't even know when he did this, but it's called Sauce. It's cute.
I think they advertise with us, actually, but I never know what he's paying for.
Yep, it's Bocce's restaurant. And I just did not know. Went there on a date with a nigga, and he invited his friend who lived across the street, and the nigga came, and I was like...
He was fine.
He was really fine. He was really tall, dark skin,
alone?
buff. He was alone, and he's single.
Why don't you ever call
I
me?
think you were out of town. You're never here. But
Yeah, I be going on the weekends now.
that can actually be a setup. The nigga was fine. I was like, oh, he got money. Like, he's like... You can tell he out here in these streets, but
I don't care about none of that.
I was
I'll
like...
be in the streets, too. We could be in the streets
to
together.
get the little one. I've been meeting. I told her to do this when I downloaded Tinder the other day for 10 minutes and deleted it. I put my Instagram in the bio, so if anyone is a catch, they can slide on my DMs. So my DMs are popping right now. And the dude was like, "Hey, like I messaged you on there, but you didn't respond." I said, "Yeah, I deleted it already." He was like, "Why?" I was like, "It seems like Tinder has all of the short men." And he was like, Well, what's wrong with that?
What's short?
Yeah. Well, he said, what's wrong with that? And then, well, what's the height requirement? I was like, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a requirement, but I would just like average maybe 6'5". And he was like, that is not average.
That's not average, my dude.
And I was like, well, I'm telling you what I would like. And Tinder is not giving that. And I forgot my point.
I don't know either. Oh, choosing too soon.
I keep getting little niggas. I think it's the season of little niggas, and they
You're
keep
very
coming
welcoming
to
to
me.
them, and
Because
I'm not. So maybe you should stop.
But
You don't want it, so why be welcoming just to be nice? Like
no, because
no.
they be cute and they be good catches still. Like sometimes I'm like, you really want to?
But do you want?
Do
that
you really
catch?
want to maybe miss out on love because he's little?
Yeah.
That is
I'm already little. Like how little? He can't be like Pooh now.
No, now that's never
a child.
happening.
If my
have
11-year-old
a-
niece can look down at you, nah, because she's taller than me now.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a secret little nigga that he will remain the secret little nigga because the dick is fire.
Is he a leprechaun? What do you mean he's a secret little nigga? Like, where does he come from? Is he hopping out the closet?
Patties and cream. You remember that commercial? Patties and cream. I'm a little lad who loves patties and cream.
No.
He's a little lad who loves patties and cream.
Did you meet him at the Renaissance Festival?
He's bite-sized Chris Brown.
Oh.
He's little.
Well,
that
that's
nigga is
little.
little.
Out in public with him.
That
That nigga is little.
That
I
nigga
met
is
him.
little, and he's gonna remain
cute.
the secret little. He's cute, and the dick
He's
is good, but
little.
he is super ratchet and super little. And
He's
now
not that ratchet.
no, you don't know him behind closed doors.
no,
the
I
nigga
don't.
is ratchet.
But when I think of super
if
ratchet, it's
someone
like-
gets on your nerves and you say I'm gonna shoot that nigga and he doesn't deserve to, he's ratchet. Like I'd be like, well, we can't. He'll never be out no more with me. But like that little, like no, I wouldn't do that to my children.
Oh, yeah, that is another thing to consider.
Yeah, like it's a lot to consider. You have to think about those unborn babies. It's like, they're like, Mom, I never made the basketball team, and I always wanted to. I'm like, talk to your daddy. Talk to his little ass. That's why you didn't make the. You want
Let him be a running back.
you,
You got to play football.
but even his body's little. Like he's just little. When I have laid up with him and
God,
like
to
I'll
drink some
put
muscle
my
milk.
arm, I want
Put some muscle milk in that breast milk. Get him beefed up.
Have you ever laid down with a small man and you
No.
put and
Why would I do that?
and you put your leg over him? You know, sometimes you put your leg over them, you just feel like.
Oh, I love to do that.
But when they're little and you feel like you're gobbling them up, it's like. and
it's a big old thigh.
And then you just, or they put their leg over you, and you feel like a little lettuce wrap.
I would feel like a pedophile. Like, little boy, get out of my bed. I have not
Boy,
done it.
fuck you. That's how it feels. It just feels like, oh my gosh, this is all like all
is
of the
so
fantasy
little.
has gone away.
Yeah. Ooh. That is a little man. He be having his little purse.
His little, and they think because it's Louis or Gucci that it's like you got a little purse.
I hate seeing men with
I
purses.
hate the purse thing.
Y'all
but
buying up all the bags. I want a new bag.
what is
and you
going?
buying
I'm
them.
telling you, these niggas want bad bitch treatment. They wearing
do,
purses.
and
They
let
want you to
know,
pay the
baby,
dinner.
I'm styling and profiling. They gonna put their gun in there, some breath mints and some gum, lots of cash, and what else they be having?
Maybe a little
in
cologne.
Maybe, probably not. Maybe.
This is
What
too
else they
much.
be having? I don't know,
This is
but
too
it's
much.
no need for you to have that. Put that shit in your pocket, sir.
Yeah, put it in your pocket or just leave it in the car. Like, do something. You don't even need it right now. Girls have purses because the stuff that's in the purse, we're actually going to use it while I need the tampon.
I need the tampon. I need the lip gloss. I need my camera.
Yeah.
I need
The
some
comb.
Kleenex. You might need a tissue or something at some point. There's lots of different things. A change of earrings in case I lose one.
Right. Like, there's
ponytail
so
holder,
many
hairbrush.
things. The perfume, I love, like, pulling out the perfume and squirting real quick before everyone's like, you smell so good. I'm like, really?
Thank you.
Can't even smell it.
It's my natural scent.
I wanted to ask you this, and I can't remember. We said we were going to bring it up on another episode, but I think we just didn't have time. When you're out with a group of people, do you think if you're with a man, whether it's your boyfriend or not, you're with a nigga?
Okay.
But there's other niggas.
On a date?
It's just a group of people out. Y'all are having dinner. Do you expect your dude to take care of the whole tab?
Wait, we're out.
You're
with
out
other
hanging
niggas?
out. Let's say you're out. It's you, two of your girlfriends, and they invite a friend, and there's another guy there.
Who does the other guy belong to?
He belongs to one of your friends.
Okay, so here's the thing. I like for my man to be in charge of everybody.
To be the boss nigga. He's just like, he already took care of it.
Yeah, didn't nobody know. I like that shit. It gets me hot and bothered, okay? But I also feel like, well, if my homegirl man is there, I kind of want them to argue over it a little bit. And let's just see what happens. But you need to pay. It depends on
you need to pay.
You gotta pay. And I'm trying to think of like actual situations I've been in, and typically they do. Now, would I be mad if he did not? Let me say that. Because if it typically they are paying for it or they split it with the other man, the other men split the tab, the girls is good. If you don't, I don't like that.
When I talked about how I went on that double date, and I was like, this is why people don't want to bring their niggas out, because you don't know if you have the boss nigga or the lame nigga. And so we went to go get drinks before we were supposed to go to the haunted house, but we ended up not. But so we go get drinks, and the girl brought the dude, and even though it's not her boyfriend, don't nobody want to be embarrassed. The check comes, and they automatically brought it to the dude I was with.
And see, because you know who's in charge.
And even though her nigga ordered a picture, he ordered stuff, and he didn't even like blink his eye to be like, let me put something on it. I never want to be with that nigga.
Oh no,
because
that's gonna be it.
And then even he said, he was like, and it wasn't a problem for my dude, but he was like,
I see this. He little boyed you, sir. Whoever the other guy was. Like, I don't ever want to be with the other one.
I don't ever want. And then we were going to another spot, and it was just gonna be me and my dude. And the guy was like, yeah, we going to. I was like, why are you going?
What you coming for?
What are you coming for? Because this my nigga, not yours. Like,
okay, you trying to get some more rounds? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I don't like that. It's embarrassing, and it's like you don't see what's happening. You don't notice this. Like,
and then,
okay,
like, when
let's say
everything was said and done,
fuck.
he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the picture," and it was just like
the picture.
Everything. They're putting the tables on the chair, sir. I mean, the chairs on the table. They're closing. Like, you
it's
saw
over.
this
It's
bill
paid
get
for.
taken.
You know, it's. I don't like it. I don't respect it. I don't honor it. And I'm not gonna give you some pussy.
I'm not gonna give you some pussy. Now let's take the man out of it. It's you and 4 of your girlfriends, and you're with your guy. Do you expect him to pay for the whole tab?
He told me to invite them.
No.
Well, how he got there?
Let's just say he pulled up, and y'all were already at brunch.
I would like for him to. Yes.
Are you mad if he doesn't?
I'm gonna feel a little embarrassed. I don't even be out with 4 bitches, so it's gonna be me and like one other person or 2 other people, probably max. I want you to get it, yeah. Like, I would get it.
Yeah.
You need to get it, and then it's like, well, if I do it, I'm really gonna be mad. But no, just pay for it, shit.
Yeah.
Like, Now, if I felt like I was with a man whose money was kind of tight, I would feel differently. But I also know a lot of you will go to the club and spend $300-$400 on one fucking bottle. And I know that our brunch tab wasn't that. It was $100 and some. Yeah. I don't like that. So if you're a person who's always out blowing money with the boys, you pulled up on me and my homegirls. You already knew what was going on. I didn't invite you here. I didn't try to trick you into shit. You knew I was with my friends, and you know we all gonna be looking at you like, why are you here embarrassing me? You could have stayed home. You was trying to check and see who else was here. And if you didn't pay for it, well, now I know somebody else needs to be here next time.
So moral of the story, nigga, don't pull up.
Just pay for it. Yeah,
or don't pull up.
You shouldn't. I feel like, I really do feel like if it's a girls' night out thing and a man pulls up, why the fuck are you interrupting the girls' night out if you're not there to sponsor it? Because you look like a creep. You're trying to just monitor our activity. And like, I just wanted to go out with my friends.
And now you here and you're gonna have to pay for your
sponsor.
space.
I'm trying to think, has that happened lately? No.
Well,
I would be upset.
I don't want to put him on blast.
Well, that wasn't my nigga.
That wasn't my nigga either.
Well,
Even if it's not nobody's nigga, I do just feel like when the man's presence is there, I just think...
Okay, it's tacky, but that wasn't either of our men. If we had done the same thing and we were dating this person...
For my boot, so.
No,
Remember I got a boot on the car, and I didn't know that
and he stayed, yeah. I thought he got some...
He did, but after we did.
Oh, Well... for example, I was out with another friend and this guy was trying to holler at her, but we came there together. Mm-hmm. He kind of infiltrated our girls' night out and told us he was going to pull up wherever we go, but he took care of everything. Proper etiquette. I said, all right, because you already know friend needs to approve so that I can try and help you get somewhere. You might not succeed, but I will be in your corner. But if you leave me over here hungry and thirsty, it's not gonna work.
That's a quick way for it. Y'all gonna get in the car and be like, we not even meeting him no more.
But then I went out with this other guy and he wasn't paying for shit. Luckily my friends weren't there to be embarrassed. I just was. And I was just like, this will never happen again. I told you about that.
Yeah. That's a bad feeling, guys. So I just think if you're trying to get as far as you can, don't pull up if you know that
you either pay or stay home.
Yeah.
Pay or stay. Period.
Okay, so we are going to move on to Indecisive Diane, and when we come back, we'll have some advice and some cocktails for you guys.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane, and this week I'm feeling fun, I'm feeling frisky. I'm ready to know what the people know. Do you know what I mean? I want you and your bae to go on a karaoke date. Go have fun, sing your little heart out. Have a good time, bring out your inner child. We don't do it enough. Karaoke in your city. Bye.
Okay, so now we're back and it's time for the advice. Remember to send your advice emails to askcocktails@gmail.com. Okay, I don't have one, so.
Okay, this one says, help. So typically I don't use lube, but baby, the dick on this man is thick.
Woo.
We have to use lube. My shit is too tight and we need that slip so baby can slide in. Oh. So, as I'm inexperienced in the lube department, and he's a bit older than me and probably also more sexually experienced, we are 6 years apart. I'm 27 and he is 33. 27, okay, yeah. It just looks so close when you look at the numbers. Okay. He's like, let's use lube. And we go to CVS and he gets the KY lube. Definitely helps. But that lube did not agree with me and gave me BV. Ooh, you don't want that sewage pussy. Do you ladies have any suggestions on other brands I can try? Love you guys and I love the show. Dame Products. You can use code CockTales and they have a lube. They have it's what is it called when you can't? It gives you a sensation also. So it's lube and it gives you some sort of numbing. It's numbing lube.
Numbing or cooling?
I think they have both.
Yeah.
But
because you probably don't want to put the numbing. I've done that before by mistake on your pussy.
Yeah, on
you
your
know,
pussy.
what did you say?
Yeah, that would want to go in your booty hole.
Yeah.
But they have another lube that you could try out. So try out dameproducts.com and order them. I never really like getting sex stuff from Walgreens and CVS. That is so played out. They're just throwing anything in those stores. You want to make sure you're going to a sex store to get your sex lubes.
I will say the honey pot ones are good. You can get those at Target.
Oh, I didn't know they had a lube.
Yeah, they got lots of stuff. They have expanded their products, and that one has some lavender in it. So, that one is cooling as well. And I don't know what you could. There was another one that has sponsored a long time ago when we had our live shows, and they gave us samples. The butters. I really like that one. That one is like just essential oils. I'm sure it has coconut oil in there. So you're not going to be able to use it with no condom because it's going to eat that shit up. But, I mean, I don't know
You can also use coconut oil.
Yeah.
As a lube.
Works great, but they do expire, so like don't keep them forever. And also I want to say, how do you know it was the KY that gave you the BV?
It might have been that nigga.
It could have been. So I don't know. I've never used KY before. I've heard of it, of course, because it's really popular, but I don't know what kind of chemicals are in there. So it could have been that, but it could have been him because it could just happen, and it could have been a lot of things. But good luck. Those are a few others. But definitely, if you can't pronounce the ingredients in it, I would say steer clear of it.
Yeah, it's going to give you BV.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time for us to move on to the cocktails, and then that's it. So if you have a cocktail that you would like to send to us, please send it to us, cocktails.atl@gmail.com.
You go first.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cover. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so it's nothing. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably see the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, was a hoe, was a hoe.
All right, fantasy overload. Hey, ladies, yeah, this hers, not mine. I was like, is this some shit I typed up again? Hello. Okay. Hey, ladies, I love your show. Anyways, I'm going to get straight to the point and keep it short, juicy, but details as possible. I met a woman about 6 years ago at work, and we started hanging together, and I was immediately sexually attracted to her, and I could tell the feelings were mutual. She would always talk sexual, touching, and feeling on me, but in a playful manner. But she has a man, and so do I. 6-year relationship. Anywho, one night we went out on a couple's date, and after he and her man go into it and left things, and he left and things went left.
Got into it.
Got into it and he left and things went left. Right from there. Oh, I should have proofread this. Sorry, y'all. She rode back home with me, and my man, on the drive back, my man started fingering all in my pussy and licking it off of his fingers. She knew what was going on, and you could hear the mac and cheese stirring. Once we got home, it only took no more than 10 minutes before my man started ripping my clothes off in our living room while she sat on the couch. He started devouring my pussy and my ass while she sat on the couch and started playing with herself. Me and my man headed into the room. I signaled for her to follow. Once in the room, I started sucking my man's dick to make sure it was hard and ready. For me, LOL. He pulled me up and started kissing me so nasty and said, "I know the rules, baby. Girl on girl action only." In about 1 minute, she was in the room and we were kissing each other so nasty. Then we started playing with each other's pussies while kissing. And I threw her on the bed and started eating her pussy so nasty. And it tasted so good. It drove me crazy. Next thing I know, my tongue was in her ass and her pussy squirting all over my face while my man beat the fuck out of my pussy. Oh, okay.
They was really having a whole Zane episode.
They were. Okay, then she pushes me away to tell me to come here, kisses me again, and then starts eating my pussy and asshole. So fucking nasty. While my man fucks her with a dildo. Woo! Until she nutted. Okay. We went on for about 2 hours until we all passed out. My first girl on girl action was a thrill. And I had to share with somebody. Within the past year, some crazy things have happened between us. I'll be sending more. Thanks for reading. Love y'all.
That was actually really good. I was like imagining the whole thing. I was
like this escalated quickly. She got into a fight with her man. He left her, and she rode home and had a good time.
With
right in somebody's face.
She said, "Look." Okay, next one. Outside hoe face palm.
Ooh.
Now, ladies, let me paint the picture for y'all. It's a nice night off work for me, and next thing you know, my boo thing texted me, and eventually through the messages, it gets real freaky. Next thing you know, he told me to pull up so we can go to a park and smoke and enjoy nature. And I did, but once we got to a secluded area, mind y'all, it's dark and it's nighttime. Well, yeah, it's dark. We smoked together, and now we're outside, and I was going through things, and he asked, so I went to spilling. And he listened to everything, gave me advice and all, but then he pulls me close, starts kissing my neck, hitting all my spots, fully clothed. We were outside the car when all of this was happening. Somehow we ended up on the front of the car, and then shit gets real. I felt him pulling down my pants slowly as I'm sitting on the top of the car. Next thing you know, he's inside of me and deep stroking me like I'm his first. Things got heated. Once I slowed up and pulled out, I turned around and he went to Pound Town. We nutted at the same time, and it was magical. We never did it. I've never did it outside, but if I ever did, it would definitely be with his fine ass again. Okay, I feel like you could have put so many more details in there, girl. But you was maybe you was rushing.
Maybe she had to get it in. They about to record on Tuesday. I want to make sure I get my cocktail in.
But yeah, I don't know about outside sex. One time I had sex on the beach, and there was sand
How
all
was
up
that?
in it. There was sand everywhere. There was sand in my pussy, in my
that's good
booty
for
hole.
the movies, but real life?
Not in real life. Like if you do it on the beach, you need to be in a nice little like cabana. I wasn't really on the sand.
Okay.
Ashy.
Oh. You don't want nothing ashy, because that's giving me what my pussy was giving that other week. It's just sand, dust. Dry. Just dry. Fuck Zyrtec. All right. So that's it for this week, you guys. Make sure that you're following us on Instagram. We're at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
And I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.